Hello viewers, I'm Simon Preston and this is Reggae Boy's commentary, and in this video what we're going to do, we're going to look at 7 players who you would say have represented Jamaica proudly this year in 2017. So Reggae Boys fans, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Who do you think is the Reggae Boy of 2017? Now, we've had some admirable performances throughout the course of 2017, and as 2017 draws close to a close, let's have a recap of some of the results that we had in this calendar year. So to start off the year in January, we played the United States in a friendly international and lost 1-0. That game gave the debuts to the likes of Kemar Nicholson and Jordan Fletcher. The next friendly international after that was against Honduras, where we beat them 1-0. That was in Texas, I believe in Houston, where Damion Lowe scored his first international goal for Jamaica. After those 2 friendlies, we had an idea of who we'll face in the Caribbean Cup, but before that we had a friendly match, and that was against Peru, where we lost 3-1. Jermaine Johnson got on the score sheet in that encounter. Going into the Caribbean Cup now in Martinique, we got past French Guiana on penalty kicks, 4-2, and then after that we lost to Curacao in the final 2-1. And then after that was the Gold Cup. We got past Curacao 2-0, drew with Mexico 0-0, drew with El Salvador 1-1, beat Canada 2-1, beat Mexico 1-0, lost the United States in the final 2-1. After that we went over to Canada, played them in a friendly, lost 2-0. Then went to Saudi Arabia and lost 5-2 in the friendly. So that's 2017 on the whole. My highlights of the year: traveling with the team to the Caribbean Cup in Martinique. That was a wonderful experience for me as well, to use my second language French and help out the players, the coaching staff, and even Tapa as well, getting around the city and helping them with the daily necessities. That was a wonderful experience for me, so I'm really grateful for what JFF did and for opening up that opportunity for me. My highlight of 2017, the moment that made me get up off my feet and say yes, something that I was very, very proud about. It's difficult because there's a number of things that got me excited. Seeing Kemar Nicholson, who has been knocking on the door for quite some time through his performances with Boys Town in the Red Stripe Premier League, making his debut, scoring in the penalty shootout against French Guiana. For a 20-year-old, I think he showed nerves of steel in that game and slotted the ball safely into the back of the net. For me, that was one of my proudest moments, seeing Kemar Nicholson score. Teddy Johnson also showing that age is just a number at 37 years old, strutting his stuff in South America, in the French Caribbean, and also when he had a few minutes under his belt in the Gold Cup as well. But you could say the moment that got the entire nation off their feet was Kemar Lawrence's free kick against Mexico in that 1-0 win. It's a moment that everyone, all 3 million Jamaicans and everyone in the diaspora would be happy about. That day for me, I was just sitting in the sofa and just in admiration of what we had just done. You know, defeating the kingpins of CONCACAF, getting to back-to-back Gold Cup finals, something that not even Costa Rica has done before. So for me, that was special. If I had to rate 2017 as a whole for the Reggae Boys, I would give them a 7.5 out of 10. And the reason why I say that is, going into 2017, the goals that I had for the team was to win the Caribbean Cup and at least reach the semi-finals of the Gold Cup. So my expectations were exceeded in the Gold Cup, but we took one small step back in the Caribbean Cup, where we came second and actually not first. So reflecting on things, coming second in the Caribbean Cup and second in the Gold Cup, decent. 2017, decent. So Reggae Boys fans, let me know your thoughts about these players that I've put together that could be Reggae Boy of the Year. What are your thoughts? Damion Lowe made his debut for Jamaica in 2016, of course, and got his first international goal, but in defensively at centre half he looks quite composed, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of our best centre halves to come. He's shown maturity and that progression that he's made as well. He picked up some injuries when he was at Seattle Sounders. He overcame them. He didn't let it deter it. He took a step back, went to the USL, got minutes under his belt, and you could see him improve. And I admire the fact that he has that vision and that tenacity to get in the opposition box, to being part of attacking build-up play. So for me, Damion Lowe is one of the 7 individuals that I would have as candidates for Reggae Boy of the Year. Kevon Lambert, he's another one as well. Someone that didn't even get much minutes at Montego Bay United. At 19 years old, went to Serbia for a trial, didn't secure a deal, but looked so comfortable at the heart of central midfield. So comfortable. The first time that I truly got an opportunity to watch him from minute 1 to minute 90 was against French Guyana in the Caribbean Cup, and he didn't look out of place at all. He was taking up every tackle, passing the ball forward. He literally does not lose the ball. I'm so impressed with him. Has that aerial ability as well, and I think that move to the USL is brilliant for him, and I wish him all the best because he is going to be another outstanding prospect for the Reggae Boys. Andre Blake, as we know, nominated for the RGR Sportsman of the Year award. Interestingly, 20 years ago, Darren Burton won that award back in 1997. So how cool would it be to have a footballer win this award? There's nothing much to say about Andre Blake. You all know already the summer that he had in the Gold Cup. Saves after save after save after save. Golden Glove Award, MVP, man of the match in different games. He certainly earned his bacon for us this year. So Andre Blake, another nominee. Teddy Johnson, Jermaine Teddy Johnson. Impressed with Tivoli Gardens, got himself back into the national team, impressed with minutes under his belt, scored 2 goals for Jamaica in this calendar year, against Peru and against French Guyana as well. Scored the goal that brought the game into extra time and penalties in the Caribbean Cup semi-final. So Teddy Johnson has shown, you know, although he may have lost a yard of pace, Teddy Johnson has proven that he still has something to add to football. Other players, Romario Williams, another player like Damion Lowe, part of a MLS franchise. He was with Montreal Impact, was it Atlanta? Atlanta loaned him out to the USL with Charleston Battery, banging in the goals left, right and centre, just like Dane Kelly. In the Gold Cup, that purple patch of form continued, and he is just such a menace. You know, centre halves dread the sight of him. His trickery, his dribbling ability, something truly special about him. I remember watching him for Kingston College and also Jamaica's under-17 team at the World Cup in Mexico, and to see him play in a much more advanced position, it's starting to show that we're being more fruitful with our opportunities. Darren Mattocks, becoming Jamaica's all-time leading goal scorer in the Gold Cup as well. Remember, he scored in the Gold Cup in 2015 against the likes of the United States and Mexico, and now in the 2017 Gold Cup he scored against El Salvador and Curacao. So that's 4 goals, and the previous was 3. So he's now our all-time leading goal scorer in the Gold Cup. So big ups to Darren Mattocks for that. And finally, Kemar Lawrence, a player that could very well be going to France in Ligue 1 in the near future. Boy, there's so much players I have to help it translate into French. Because when Romario Williams got signed to Montreal Impact, I said to him, you know, if he needs any help with French, he can link me. So, yeah, it could be like reading a document or any little thing like that. But Kemar Lawrence, definitely, I think he's graduated from the MLS, and Europe is definitely his next destination. Nathan Carr, the founder of then the home of the Caribbean football, said that he even wanted him at West Brom. So it's clear about the talent that Kemar Lawrence has, and I do hope that he'll be moving to Europe quite soon. So just to recap all the nominees for 2017 Reggae Boy of the Year, Damion Lowe, Kevon Lambert, Andre Blake, Jermaine Johnson, Romario Williams, Darren Mattocks and Kemar Lawrence. What do you think, Reggae Boys fans? Who do you think was the best performing Reggae Boy of 2017? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, the name of the individual and why. And don't forget as well to subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary.